To keep Kirby out, fair and air.
That's all it is.
Yeah, yeah. Just put a shield in front of you, start some hitboxes, and Kirby's tough to get in.
Yep.
But, go on.
I played both these characters. I definitely preferred the Lucina side of this matchup, but Fzekan, not a slouch. I'm really curious to see how he deals with this guy.
Yeah. But here we are, Hollow Bastion, today's favorite stage, everyone going to it. Such a beautiful stage, by the way. I love the music. I love that this is included in the game now.
Yeah, I really like this. I just don't know what to gentleman to, but it seems like people are picking this, and I've been picking Small Battlefield.
Yeah, well, both are good options. But now, Fzekan, you know, if Kirby gets a grab going really early, you can actually take it like 60-70%.
Oh, yeah.
And it's pretty scary. And now he's actually really good with these powers too, which is insane.
That's my favorite part about watching Kirby's, and it's such a shame you don't get to see it more. He's just holding that. But I love to see the creativity with Kirby's players using the powers. Oh, I think if you're a little closer, that it can actually poke ledge.
Yeah.
So he's just got to find that range that works for him.
He just has like tiny little limbs. But now Deiros has to, he's forced to come in, and oh my gosh, that small shield.
Oh.
Oops, that it? Oh,
that is such a good edge guard.
Yeah.
Willing to take those trades at low percent because it's not going to stage spike as bad, and doing a good job just putting them off stage. That's what you have to do as Kirby.
Yeah, but now Deiros has to bring it all the way back, which he can. He just has to space it a little bit better and play a little bit more patient. But it's pretty hard because it's like, it's Kirby. I'm not going to take it seriously, but he could do some work.
Oh, yeah. And Fzekan obviously just going to play patient. Throwing out those like neutral beats is a really good poking tool. It's funny how certain moves, when you give Kirby, put him way up the tier list. I think that move's kind of what he needs to poke in this matchup.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly think that characters like Shulk really boost Kirby up so much. But in this matchup, the sword, it can help with like poking at the ledge. But honestly, oh my gosh, the trip.
Trying to get that roll read with an S smash, but just a little too late for the pull.
And Deiros taking that stuff beautifully. 77%. It isn't impossible for him to bring it back. He just has to stay calm, poke and space, and see if he can do it.
I saw him kind of starting to suss out a little bit of habits with that one jab. Curious to see what he's going to get off that later in the game. I've seen him do some pretty gross stuff with jab mix-ups.
Yeah.
Those nair trades are really working out for his favor, getting another stage spike.
Yeah, man. Oh, my gosh. And now, let's see if Deiros can bring it back, man. He's always, in this entire set, he's been down every single stock.
That was really unfortunate for Fzekan right there. They buffed his grab to not have that platform issue, but Hollow Bastion kind of reverts that a little bit. It puts him right on there after the fourth throw.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, so that was really unfortunate. Maybe he won't be going to the stage as much because of that, but he seems to be doing perfectly fine without it.
Yeah, and now, and he's rolling again to the same spot. He's going to have to switch it up, falling out of the uppy, unfortunately.
He's just kind of holding that center stage, which I think isn't necessarily a bad idea, but when you're down, you kind of have to start making aggressive plays, which...
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if he's willing to commit to that quite yet. He has been absolutely thirsty for blood. He's been catching those habits every single time. He cannot run away from him, which is... Ooh, is that going to be it?
Oh, and the extra insurance making sure he was out for that stock.
That was the tiniest snare I've ever seen.
Just hit him with his little limbs, knocked her out. But yeah, now I don't know what stage you're going to. Is that Battlefield or Small Battlefield?
I don't know what the stage list, and honestly, most people don't know what to do against Kirby, so your bans are pretty much just going to be comfort picks. And what you pick is going to be comfort, which is Small Battlefield for him.
Yeah.
Nice neutral stage. Small PS2 can't camp a lot. Back in. Let's see what the adjustments are from Deiros. He can absolutely do this. I know this guy can put in some work, but Fzekan's such a strong player.
Yeah, definitely. And character specialist, too. Like you said, mentioning you don't know what to ban against Kirby. I don't think anyone even knows how to fight against this character, especially a good one, nonetheless. But
yeah.
Lucina, you know, this is... Oh, and again.
Yeah, Deiros really needs to mix it up. He's just eating these habits alive.
Maybe it's a nervous play, you know what I mean? It's just... Maybe it's just the nerves. He got pretty far in the bracket, and he's just like, oh, man, I got to keep it up, and just getting to him a little bit.
Is he going to hit him with the cheese? Not quite working. I am a personal fan of cheese. I like to see the low tiers do their thing. Nair back air. Okay. Definitely. This guy knows his stuff, for sure.
Yeah. Mr. Lab Monster over here. And now he's in the lead at a fresh percent. Deiros has to answer quickly. The further he's, oh my gosh, the further and longer he doesn't do anything, it's the harder it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a bit of nervousness come out. That'll happen. I feel like he's getting a little rocked. His habits are getting red. He's not able to get in against Kirby. It's a bit of a nerve-wracking experience.
Yeah, and Fzekan just running over.
Oh, no punish on that. He could have easily pulled it up out of shield, and I think he's just too nervous at this point.
Yeah. And the up out of shield, just planking on the ledge, daring him to come through. Even though with the shield tiny, he's still holding it, and the first hit of fair to S smash is a true combo, by the way.
Yeah, I do know about that one. I know about some of the Kirby stuff, but ooh. I think he really just wants him to come in aggressively on this ledge, and he's just not giving it to him. Up B will take that stock, though.
Stage spiking, KOing him. And now it's not even, but it's definitely a lot more doable now.
Showing some signs of life. He's not out yet.
Yes, exactly.
Really respecting that neutral B. Does not want to play with it. He can go for another trade here.
Ooh, and missing the S smash.
Just barely getting out of it, but it's weird to see a Kirby go for an edge guard in Lucina. A character you don't usually see get edge guarded a lot.
Yeah, but when you're when you're winning in percent fights, there's nothing to fear, you know. And
Yeah.
right now, edge guard what we see. Ooh, the up B early, smart. Now the edge guard. Let's see what he could do.
That was a big air dodge. I did not realize it went that far. Looking like some shines of mess.
Do you think running or like pivot F tilt from Lucina would be a better option than jumping nairing or jumping fairing?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like he needs to play a little bit more grounded because these jumping approaches are not working.
Yeah, not
Kirby
at all.
is not only small, he can crouch right under a lot of these aerials.
Yeah. Oh, and there it is, the poke being early again. Good job on Deiros for realizing that's what he has to do.
Yeah, he's been doing a good job of mixing up these recoveries after this first game. See if he can get some edge guards himself. That's where Lucina really excels and gets his early stocks at, and he hasn't been quite getting these yet. Grab. Doing the old the 2005 strategy, down B to land.
4 players smash down B.
Oh yeah.
And Deiros needs to take the stock right away. I feel like we kept saying that, but I feel like he's tired of playing with his food, disrespecting just a little bit too much. It's like he's got to get in there and just throw something out, you know?
That range coming into play again. Fzekan is such a interesting person to watch with these powers. I really like this a lot.
Yeah, it's oh my gosh. I didn't even notice to push him a little bit further either. And reading the tech option.
I'm seeing a little bit of Monkey C, Monkey D Deiros doing that neutral B right back. Like I got one that's better.
Ooh, and the up again, really good from Deiros, and I'm really impressed by them.
Yeah.
And he could counter it, he could parry it and hit it and not running in and punishing. Fzekan daring him to come in.
Yeah.
Oh, and the up throw.
With rage. Wow.
And caught him shield camping on the platform and the up throw taking it.
Yeah. I think that's a good set for Deiros to kind of go back and watch. He's going to have that knowledge about that character going forth.
Yes, and probably it'll be a good thing to look back and see, hey, what have I been doing wrong? What's that I need to change? Oh, I've been, taking in a little bit too much. Let me change that. Let me work on that. Because there's always the little things,
Yeah.
that matter a lot. And now, go on.
I was going to say, I feel like there's certain players, too, that they don't do just purely advantage stuff. That was a lot of neutral play that you get to really go back and watch through.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like neutral is also a really important aspect that a lot of people don't have or don't really practice as much as they should.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a Metafy person, but if I was, I could try to help. But now we're actually watching Kurama and Weapon Raid. Kurama